first time, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be talking about some very important issues today. Number one, we may be going over Charlie Kirk today. We're going to be talking about how society has changed and who is responsible for that change when it comes to fatherless homes, when it comes to statistics, when it comes to a decline in the number of people who even want to work anymore in this country. We have a system in place that rewards you for making less money and staying home more. But is the reward greater than the reward that you reap from hard work, right? From grinding, so to speak. And I've been on both sides already of this economic game that we all play, right? I've been on the welfare side and I've been on the hardworking side. Been on the hardworking side now for what, like the past almost 15 years at this point. 37 years old. For those of you who, if anything I say today resonates, make sure that you subscribe. I'm going to be traveling soon, going to Russia to visit my good friend Marcelo, American Sputnik. You guys probably have already seen our live streams that we've done together. We might be going live tomorrow, but I'll be going live on his channel, not on mine. Oh, he's texting me right now about when to go live, actually. Let me respond to his text here real quick. And so let me do that. You know what? Did I go public with this stamp? Yeah, okay, we have a viewer. I did go public. Marcelo, is that you? I just got a start. American Sputnik, is that you? That's probably not him. I know he's playing a game right now with his wife, but yeah, he lives in Russia. So American war veteran. Got a lot of respect for him. We've been friends for the past 5 years now. And I'm going to be going to Russia soon to visit him over there and see what life is like over there. As long as everything, his tensions aren't too high between, with everything that's going on today politically, we'll see if we can make that happen. But this is becoming primarily a travel channel. You guys are going to be seeing me travel all around the world, starting sometime next year. A date, I don't want to disclose the date, but I have a date. Don't want to disclose it because too many people who watch me on here actually do know me, and I kind of want to, leave things in the dark. Some of you already know through videos that I've already made here that I am a man of faith. I'm a Christian. And nowadays it seems like it's become more and more dangerous to become a Christian. And, that's sad. Charlie Kirk, I believe, was one of a kind, more special than some of these old rock bands that you find that nobody can replace anymore, right? It's kind of like that. But Charlie Kirk had a lot to share with us. He opened a lot of people's eyes, especially to Jesus Christ, not just politics. And I believe that any good foundation for a country and for the people in that country is faith, right? And family oriented. That's what the Mexican people are. Family oriented. They have a lot of faith, right? Russians, family oriented. They have a lot of faith. A lot of Orthodox Christians over there. Muslims, the non-radical Muslims, they have faith and they don't believe in that extreme stuff, right? We have extremists in every sect when it comes to politics, when it comes to religion. And it's important that we don't allow ourselves to start hating people, to start hating groups, just because of the radical individuals in their group and their actions. But we also have to hold people accountable for not holding their people accountable. They need to be holding their people account. Now, it's hard in the Middle East for Muslims to hold these terrorists accountable because these terrorists are trained, and they'll off you in a second, right? In one of the most horrible ways. They'll go after your family, everything, right? That's understandable. Like, you need another wolf to kill a wolf, right? You can't send a sheep to do a wolf's work. I found that my live streams do pretty well on YouTube, better than a lot of my long form content. Those of you who are here for the first time, I'm a truck driver. I was able to buy my own house here in Southern California. I live on just under half an acre of land, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and I bought this almost 3 years ago. December will make 3 years that I've been in my own house. Topic for today, we're going to discuss Charlie Kirk, and we're going to discuss the family unit, how it's being destroyed, these fatherless homes. Why are they fatherless? Why? Because we have a government that encourages women to leave the family unit and allow the government to be the father, and allows the father to be nothing more than a provider so that she can continue to go out if she chooses and be promiscuous. She gets rewarded for that. They take the father out of the home. And what does that do to men? Right? It destroys men. Men commit suicide over these kind of things. And now men have chosen not to date. Men have chosen to leave women alone. I'll tell you something. If my wife and I were to ever divorce, and I married her after knowing her for 10 years, right? So I suggest you young men out there, before you get married, make sure that you know her for a very long time, not just 5 years. I recommend 10 years because that's what I did. So, very important advice here, okay? It's going to save you a lot of heartache. It's going to save you a lot of wasted time, because in the end, that's what love can end up becoming, is kind of a waste of time. But there are lessons to learn with every mistake that you make. And those people who are not willing to learn from those mistakes will continue to suffer through life. And I'm going to tell you a story about a friend that I used to have. He claimed to be a Christian. He claimed to truly care about me as a friend. And I noticed that the more involved I became in our friendship, the more I was pulled away from my coworkers, the more I was pulled away from, not my family, I didn't let that happen, but just from, the community that I had going in my place of work. The more I talked to this dude, right, the less social that I became, without even realizing it. The dude, in short, is a damn narcissist. But back to the topic of fatherless homes. If my wife and I were somehow to get divorced, I would date, most likely, but to get married, absolutely not. Maria HB says, good evening from Europe. Thank you, Maria, for being here. People need to get back united, no matter which party or ethnic background. I agree. Oh Lord, seems like self-therapy. Possibly. I mean, everybody needs a little therapy. Everybody's been hurt in some way, whether it's by a friend or by a woman. Everybody's got some kind of trauma, and that's completely normal. Me, finally, I'm happy. Like, I could lose my house, I could lose my wife, I could lose, as in her walking away, not passing away, okay? She could walk away, I could lose my house, and I'm still strong and steady because my foundation is Christ. And although you can't see Christ, you sure as heck can feel. And it's something that I hope everyone one day is able to experience, because it's one of the most life-changing experiences that you'll ever have. It's just like seeing him without seeing him. 100%. Now, this is a morning live stream. My evening live streams usually do a lot better. So tonight, we're gonna turn on the this little outside heater that I have. Pure flame, just flame. And it is so warm. I got it from Costco. For those of you who are you watching this from Europe, I know you probably don't know what Costco is unless you've been here to the United States before. Right now, I'm drinking cacao. Cacao maca root. Don't you drink my water, Rhodey. Cacao maca root, a little cayenne pepper, and Ceylon cinnamon. This is good for your cardiovascular system and for your sexual health. This is actually a very good drink for your kidneys, flushes your liver, all that type of stuff. Especially when you use this in conjunction with watermelon and lemon afterward. Oh man, really clears you out. This is Rhodey. No, Lee. These Lee Artemis rods. So, Maria HB knows Costco. It's spelled Costco, Costco, Maria. And I'll be right back. I have tell my buddy something here. Sorry about that, I'm back. But I think American Sputnik might come here in the comment section here in a second. He might jump in a live stream. He's a little busy at home right now. But he's messaging me right now, and I'm on live. Yeah, he's playing video games with his wife. Let me see. And well, he wants me to send him the link. Let's see here. It's right here, I think. Copy the link. Let me. But back to fatherless homes. The government wants to reward promiscuity. The government wants to reward that because when you take a strong male figure out of the home, and they did studies on this, that actually a single father actually does better than a single mother. And that's no shame to a woman. There's just, a father is just made for preparing his child for the world. That's all that is. And you know, oftentimes you see mothers want to go easy on their kids, but the world is not going to go easy on their kids. That's just not the way it is. Awesome. We have American Sputnik in the chat. Thanks for being in here, bro. I know that you're having family time playing video games and stuff. But today we're talking about Charlie Kirk. We're talking about fatherless homes. We're talking about how the government wants to reward promiscuous women while continuing to make men pay. And, you know, there's a lot of, don't get me wrong here, there's a lot of men out there that are absolute shit. And I can tell you firsthand, especially when it comes to trying to create something for yourself, whether it be YouTube or any social media platform or small business that you're not trying to monetize on YouTube. Maybe you're starting a clothing brand. Men will be the last ones to support you. Women have always been, in my life, women have always been far better supporters than the men. One of my best friends that I've ever found through social media who actually supports me is American Sputnik. He's the only one. Maybe a couple people from time to time, but American Sputnik is consistent. Therefore, I'm always consistent in talking about him and sharing his story and sharing his channel and sharing his platforms. He's got Facebook, he's got Instagram. You can find him everywhere. He's an American combat veteran, and he's living in Russia with his family. I think he made a good move. He's making money from YouTube. The dude's doing great. And you know what's most important is that he goes through a lot of stuff where he lives, but he understands that he is a guest over there. Just like people need to understand that they're a guest over here. I don't think that you should be allowed to protest if you are not a citizen of that nation. Why are people protesting in nations where they're not citizens? But yet, only a communist nation would want a non-citizen's vote to count when they're throwing money at them so that they continue to become more and more communist every single day. There are a lot of weak ass men in this world. Too many at this point. Far too many. Weak men who hate on me, who hate on other content creators. A man will always be the last one to support another man, but they will support boobs and butt over a friend, a total stranger, just because she's got a nice butt. They support that. Why? Because they are slaves to their flesh, and they're weak ass men. You're gonna see, we're gonna get some haters in my life now. We got some more viewers. You're watching Mr. By the Mile. I'm gonna be traveling the world soon. This is going to become a huge travel channel, guys. And I'm speaking this into existence as Christ is my Lord and Savior. We're going to be traveling the world, uncovering truths, trying new foods, meeting new people, and it's all going to start with my buddy in here, American Sputnik, one of my best friends, Army combat veteran. I'm going to be visiting him soon, sometime next year. Don't want to disclose the date. He and I already know a date. You guys will know when I know, when I'm on the plane flying away. Once I land in Russia, we'll go live. We'll do all sorts of cool shit. We're gonna be traveling together. Hopefully, all the money we'll be making will be going towards traveling everywhere, freaking everywhere, dude. If I'm able to, and get my pilot's license, I'm flying to Antarctica. I'm just gonna do it. Shoot me out of the sky. Do what you want. But I am flying to Antarctica to discover what is over there. American Sputnik says, yeah, bro, your content here is going to kill it with me. Absolutely, dude. And I remember I told American Sputnik, I'm like, bro, we had been talking already for like a couple of years, but I think I told him the first year I knew him, I'm like, bro, you got to put your experiences on YouTube. Like, it's going to blow up. Then when I found out that he was visiting Russia and that his wife's Russian, he's planning to live over there, I'm like, bro, you gotta put this on YouTube. And within a couple of months, this dude went from like, what'd you have, dude? Like 10 subscribers and all the way, you're already catching, I think you already passed me. I've got 8,000 subscribers. I think you're almost at 9. American Sputnik says he'll meet me. I'll meet you in Moscow and we will go live in Red Square immediately. Yeah, you talked to me a lot about that place. And dude, from what I've seen in his videos, damn, Russia has got a lot of space and a lot of beautiful open land, man. It looks really nice over there. Bill Daughtry says, you only get 2 weeks vacation though, right? That's how much I get at 4 years in my local. Yeah, 2 years until you reach like 6 years. Then once you reach 6 years, you get 3 weeks of vacation. American Sputnik says, I started in May from nothing and I'm at 8,900 right now. Dude, I looked a couple weeks ago, you were only at 7,900. So you got another 1K subscribers. I'm telling you guys, go over to American Sputnik's channel and you're gonna see how great his freaking channel is. I think he's gonna do better than other American veterans living in Russia right now. My opinion. I love it. Give her. LOL is going to get you cold, you bum. Let's show this. I told you that the haters were going to roll in. We have Leslie Simpin. This is a man. He wants you to think he's a woman because he's a coward. As Andrew Tate would say, you are watching me because you wish that you could do what I am doing and performing in the way that I am performing, but you cannot because you're a loser. You're a brokey. Is that not Andrew Tate? Come on. Leslie Simpin, you're a man and you're broke. Scratch that. You're not a man. Not a man. Just a little theater for you guys. But in all honesty, everybody here, thank you all for being here. You all are great. This is Rhodey. This is Lee Rhodes. One of my 2 dogs that I have here. The other one is an Australian Shepherd. He's a Kelpie and a Border Collie mixed. Kinetic Power is telling me to STFU. What is STFU? I'm not familiar with this lingo. What is that? Bill Daughtry says, I'm thinking of leaving for Estes, though. 4 years and still bottom of my seniority list. And that's how it's going to be, my friend. And it's, yeah, you're going to work more at Estes. But what you're not going to be able to do is stack money. Unless you're renting, But now rent has climbed to the rates of these mortgages today, right? I pay $2,900 a month, but I'm not going to have a mortgage very soon. Like, I basically almost paid my house off, you know? I'm just saying, bro. Like, you go to Estes, you're going to put away in a 401k. I get it. But, but, what about the pension? Because I've been guaranteed my pension, as with every other Teamster. There's still enough going around for people who became Teamsters at my age to be able to retire until we die with a full pension. Like I told you guys before, my dad retired at 52 years old from UPS. And at this time, he's 72. And he's already collected $1.3 million in pension. You know, that says something. We'll show this one, why not? This is hilarious. Oh, God. So, if you leave and go to Estes, will you make more money? Yeah, maybe. But you're forfeiting every year that you stay in a pension. For example, I've been here 5 years, right? And I'm vested. That's going to pay me $950 a month for the rest of my life if I left now. That's what I would get at 60 years old. If I stay until I'm 57, because of the Peer 80, your age plus your years of service, I get to retire while the brokies stay broke, as Andrew Tate would say. I think mine comes out to like $1,400 monthly because my local is very underfunded. Oh, you must be in the Central States. No wonder why. American Sputnik says, dang it, Bill Peggy hates you. I tell you what, brother, my live streams are lit. Like, the people that hate me, I fucking love it, bro. Like, it, honestly, you guys used to get me mad. Hey, American Sputnik, now they just feel me, bro. Like, I love it. Like, they hate me so much. Just wait until we get rich, bro. Hey, guys, and my buddy, Ruben Sosa, El Sosa, is making some banger-ass music, and that motherfucker's gonna be rich. I have rights to play his music. I'm gonna grab my laptop in a little while. I'm gonna play a few of his songs, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about because the dude is gonna be lit, right? American Sputnik, you've heard his songs, huh? The name of his YouTube channel is Tanker something. I wish I could link it in here. I tried to tag him in a comment that I commented on one of your videos, or it might have been one of mine, but I tried to tag him and I couldn't. So I'm gonna have to make an actual post. After I get off this live stream, I'll go ahead and do that. You guys are watching Mr. By the Mile, one of the most hated YouTubers, truck drivers on social media. You know, I laughed when you brokies out there told me, as a truck driver, I'd never be able to own a home, in Andrew Tate's voice. And now here I am with a home, and I am laughing in your faces. Solid. Story time about a friend that I used to have. You guys need to be careful, especially when you start creating content. You will have people try to get to know you so that they can pick apart your life, and they like to try to find any way that they can to prove how their life is better than yours. You know what I found with everybody that does this to me? They have failed marriages, or marriages that are failing and about to go under. They don't have many friends. Not that that dictates whether you're a good or bad person, because honestly, a lot of people are just a waste of time. Honestly. So just be very careful, especially when you start creating content, the type of people that you get to know. People will do the most immoral things just for views. Like, it's not even a sure thing that them doing such a taking such despicable action, they're not even sure whether it'll really take their channel off or not, yet they still do it. Why? Because they're brokies and they're desperate. That's not me. I've always told you guys I put my career before social media. I put my pension before social media. This will come with time. I've been averaging 1,000 subscribers a year. And when I took a shit all over Augustine Ramos, it gave me 2,500 more subscribers. There were a lot of people who don't like him. The only people who follow him are brokies. The people who follow him are people who like to get together and talk crap and be nothing. Those are the kind of people that follow him. It's hilarious. American Sputnik says, yeah, well, Bobby is my son. What are you talking about, bro? Hank. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, American Sputnik, but tell me I'm lying, bro. Men will always be the biggest haters in life. Women have always supported me far more than men. Far more. All men do is hate. A man hates to see another man rising above, but it's kind of human nature. Men want to kill each other. They want to destroy one another. See, women don't do that. They're pretty smart. A woman will change her morals and values for survival. A man hangs on to his morals and values for the survival of his lineage, because he understands that if he goes against those morals and values, it will be detrimental to the growth of his lineage and of his society, country, no matter, it just depends how big this man is that we're talking about. I'm not talking about big in size, big in economic and social influence is what I'm talking about here, okay? You got no hair and you're bald, future embassy. Can we see your hair really? Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to have my hat on though. I'll tell you one thing. I look better than you bald, okay? And I'll pull way more bitches than you. But I'm married, so I can't really do that. I have respect for my wife. And I knew my wife for 10 years before I married her, Mr. Future Embassy, and you probably haven't even known a woman for 2 minutes. They were probably trying to be nice to you. They spoke to you for a couple seconds and said, man, yeah, fuck this guy. He's a brokey. Brokey. Keep watching, though. This is hilarious. You guys are something else. Like I said, men will always be haters. Always. You're proving me right. This is why people should subscribe. Guys, every hater you see in here is going to be a man. 100%. 100%. And I'm telling you, I've offended them on other platforms. These aren't just random men. But when you start talking about how you're a weak man, especially if you're the kind of man that likes to ride bitch with your wife driving and pumping the gas. What, you can't get out of your car and pump your own gas? Now, I understand if you're ugly, you're never going to have a woman. You're always going to pump your own gas, right? My birthday, you know, my wife likes to do little things for me, right? And I let her do those things. But for the most part, I'm driving, I'm pumping the gas, I'm bringing home the bacon, and I'm dishing out fantastic sex. Old Future Embassy probably hasn't even found the clitoris yet, and that's sad. You can't find the clitoris from the outside or the inside. You got a problem, my friend. And if you're doing this, that's not how you do it. You're a brokey. You're a brokey and haven't been able to get enough practice. And don't tell me that you need money to pull women, because you don't. But the older you get, it does help a hell of a lot more with pulling the tail. Bro, we just sit back here and we shoot the shit. Thank you all for being in here. This has been a great live stream. I'm going to be live again this evening in the lounge. I'm sure you all saw the thumbnail, but we're going to do that. And then tomorrow, me and American Sputnik most likely are going to go live. Let's decide on a time, brother, right now. It's going to be on his channel. So go to American Sputnik right now and subscribe to his channel. Okay? So you can watch our live stream tomorrow. And I'm going to be talking shit to men because they're broken, they're weak, and they don't want to step up. There's a lot of liberals. And here, you're going to like this one. 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm down. I'm with it. 9 a.m. Pacific time, you guys, tomorrow. That's about 1900 American Sputnik's time in Russia, right? Mm. But what was I saying right? What was I saying right now? This is a good drink. Damn, a little too much cayenne pepper, but it's good for your heart. So screw it. Um, yeah. So we'll be capping on men some more because it pisses them off. And women these days have so much more spine than a lot of these men. You know why? Because they allow their social and economic circumstances dictate their mood. You guys are so feelings based. Oh, my feelings. Oh, I feel weak today. I'm not going to go work out. I just feel I don't feel like going into work today, honey. I'm gonna stay home. Well, most of you don't have honey, so I'm just gonna stay in from work today, bro. And I'm gonna play some video games. Dude, the amount of men today who are married, who are playing video games, dude, your wife is getting railed, bro. Okay, and I'm not saying women are any better than men here, but we have a lot of social media influence today bashing women, and their nature is not their fault, right? But what are you gonna do? I mean, if it came down to who's gonna survive in the end, it's gonna be women, because you men are too stupid to come together. You guys are dumb. You guys are too stupid to come together. You could have 50 men and 10 women in a home, right? In a fallen world, in a fallen society where it's wild and survival of the fittest. You guys will kill each other off trying to get 10 women. Like you will, you're stupid. You're dumb. Most of you are dumb. You are. And I think the ones that wouldn't allow a woman to dictate how they behave and let their actions begin, her influence compromise their actions for the survival of that group, compromise the survival of that group, those amount of people are far and few between. Men would be gone far before women would. And I'm not saying you women are any better, because some of y'all are reprehensible out here, but we're bagging on the men, okay? Because it pisses them off. Look at this guy's about to give a hypothetical that will never happen, but people like it. That's why they're here watching it, and that's why you're going to keep hating, because you're sitting at home with no money while I sit back in my home. Look at my beautiful tree. You want to go and sit under my tree with me? You know what? Let's change the angle here. Let's change the scene for you folks a little bit. But like I said, you're brokey. And Andrew Tate agrees, you're brokey. That dude's fucking hilarious. How much he pisses people off is funny. Anyways, you guys, I got shit to do. I think I'm gonna turn my dirt a little bit, make sure that it stays nice and fresh. I'm gonna be putting grass here soon. We're gonna be putting a patio, second floor patio above where you're seeing me sit. And let me review this message. We got more hate. Oh, wow. Future Embassy, you are sad, but I'm getting you mad. For you to make a comment like that, I'm just getting you mad. I love it. I live in your head rent free. You're going to be thinking about me the rest of the day. And if you have a wife, you're going to be thinking about me while you rail that ugly woman. And it's going to bother you and you're going to lose your boner. It's probably what's going to happen. We know it's true. Anyways, you guys, Mr. By the Mile, I hope you've all been entertained. Our live streams are only going to get better as time goes on, as I travel and I get all these haters. The reason why I'm giving haters light today is because it's fun. Everybody has a good time. Women, you guys rock. You ladies rock. A lot of you men out here, do better. You suck. Stop making your wife drive you around. Stop chasing tail. Maybe if you start making money, maybe something will start happening for you. I don't know. If this message pisses you off, hit the like button. If it makes you happy, hit the like button. And understand that as long as you continue to watch people in hate, you're never going to move forward. Like hate, jealousy, resentment, anger, these are all things that hold you back spiritually. I hope you find Christ. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, you all have a fantastic day, because I know I'm going to enjoy mine sitting back in my home. And I'm not offending people without homes, only the haters. Enjoy your life having nothing. That's how it's going to stay for you. American Sputnik tomorrow, 9 a.m. I'll be on his channel. Go to American Sputnik now, subscribe to his channel, and I will see you guys in the morrow.